Hello, friends. We are exploring the neighborhood of our solar system, and once in a while, we come across something very strange, something worth exploring. And today, we are going to explore such strange object that you would have not imagined. This star is called Alt-Air star, and it's very powerful. It actually packs a punch, and we will find out more about it. Let's actually hop into our imaginary spaceship. Let's go up close, Alt-Air, and examine it from the close distance. Now here we are. It is white in color, as you can see. It is rotating nicely, and we are watching it from our spaceship window. What is so special about this star? Well, first off, it is the 12th brightest star in the night sky. So it's given that it is one of the bright star, and you can actually watch this star without any instrument or anything. It is visible to the unaided eye, and it's pretty bright. And while it is bright, it is also quite far from the human world perspective. It is 16.7 light years from sun, and even light takes 16.7 years to reach Earth. And therefore, it is from our perspective, it is pretty far, but from the universe perspective, it is in the neighborhood. It just blink of an eye away. And again, it is white in color. And what is so peculiar here? Well, in terms of its size, is twice the size of sun, almost twice the size of sun, and 11 times more brighter than sun. It actually is so bright, it is actually burning with so much vigor and so much power that it produces 11 times the luminosity as compared to the sun, and its mass is also double. So it's a fairly large star, and friends, the large star actually brighter, and they actually shines with white colored light, unlike the yellow star, which is our sun, which is also white in color, but the intensity of the light is slightly lower. So Altair is a very luminous star, a much bigger star than our sun. Now comes the most peculiar aspect. As you can see, this star is moving quite rapidly, and it is moving so rapidly, it is almost at the speed, if you suppose you're standing on the equator, you will experience the speed of 286 kilometers per second, which is equal to almost say million kilometers per hour. This is a breakneck speed of rotation. It is rotating so fast, and because of this rotation, the star is not able to maintain a spherical shape. And because of this angular momentum and so much speed is there in the star, it is actually kind of oblique figure, and the distance between the pole is 20% less than the distance across the equator. So if you measure the diameter of the star from the equator side, then the distance will be 20% more. So it is, even if you look at the sun, even sun is not a perfect sphere, but the distance between the diameter does not change. In fact, it is so minute that it is not visible. But in this case, since the star is moving very rapidly around its axis, and because of this angular momentum, this star is actually taking a sort of oblique shape, and it is so much oblique that it may be very difficult for a star to maintain a spherical shape, and that is why it is more like a oblique spheroid. And that is, this kind of feature has created different scenarios in the star. And the first scenario is at the equator. Because of the rapid rotation and the massive speed that star is experiencing, the equator is further away from the core because of the shape, and because of that, the equator at the temperature is much lower, and the light emitted at the equator is also much lower than the rest of the star. So if you look at the star, it appears much cooler at the equator than rest of the star, because the material is actually away from the core of the star, which actually is the engine of the star and generate all the energy. So since the material is slightly outward and quite out, basically almost 20%, it appears that the equator is cooler than rest of the star. So this is very peculiar about Altair star, and because of this, the Altair star actually gives out uneven flares. And because of this uneven flare, first of all, it is generating more energy. The output is also quite high, and it actually gives out a lot of flares because of this temperature and gravitational variation. The magnetism is also going haywire because of the speed of this rotation of the star. So suppose, we know that there cannot be any life around this extreme star, and we have not seen any major activity which supports life in this system. But suppose we replace our sun with this star in our own solar system, the chances are all chances of life and all the life that we see on Earth will disappear because of the extreme conditions that will be created by this particular star. So friends, this is something very unique in the neighborhood, and I thought I'll talk about it in multiverse, because I think this is something that is worth exploring. We also have extreme stars like Altair in the near vicinity. We have many red dwarf, we have many exoplanets in the habitable zone, but we also have extreme stars just like this, which not only erase life but cannot support any life now or also in the future. So friends, if you know anything more than what I have covered in the this session, do send in your comments. And as always, thanks for watching, and I will catch you again with something more interesting in the next edition of Multiverse. Bye bye.